Well, good morning all. Looks like YouTube strikes again. See, I got 7 comments on last night's video. That's the newest. I got 7 comments. I click on that to go, because I haven't approved nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing held for review. There's no published comments. Let's see. Go down here. Oops, that was the wrong button. On that video, anyway. And we go to this one with the comments, and the comments are there. So, sorry if anybody's made comments on the last video. I don't know why I can't get to them. Right there. It shows I got 7 comments, but there's nothing there. Yeah, I'm getting a late start today. I went to bed about 12:30. I woke up at 3 o'clock and I tossed and turned ever since then. So, and it's almost 10 in the morning and I wanted to be gone and picked up parts and be back by now, but yeah, so sorry if you made a comment. I don't know where it's at. Let's see here. I'm going to check one more. It seemed like it was low on comments. Yep, those 3 are there. So, hey Bill 56 hardtop 2-door. I've tried calling you and I've tried texting you. Your voicemail's full, and when I texted you, I told you who I was. So check your phone, bud, or give me a call. So, all right. Well, I'm going to get going. Days of wasting. Well, there's the latest one. This was a 60 over motor. Cylinder number 2 was cracked in. At the machine shop, got done checking it. He said somebody set this block up tight. It's like they forgot finish on it. He says they're lucky that there's 2000s clearance in this block. So that's the 3rd block in a row I'm going to be lucky that we won't have to bore. We're just going to have to hone it to fit. So now I got to find pistons to fit it, so I can take it back and have them hone it. But yeah, got a little more into the block, because after he got done sleeving it, we ended up having to deck it. So he said somebody took a Scotch-Brite or something to it, had that all messed up on the deck surface, and I remember that. So it looks good now. There's that one. The heads will be here pretty quick for this one. We can finish the mock-up on that and check everything. And look, I got a corner again. I took all the garbage out that's in the back of the truck. I'm just now getting ready to go out and get rid of it. So I think that's the next step. And I don't know, but my last video, it shows I got 8 comments now and there's nothing there. So I don't know what's going on. It ain't the first time. When it first started happening, I just figured it was the guys that I blocked trying to make comments. But to have 8 this time, it's just like the comments ain't coming through. So anyway, I guess I'm going to get this one covered up. It looks really good now. But the fact that I kind of blamed it on the wrist pin. He says, well, between the wrist pin and too tight of pistons, he says that's what cracked that cylinder. And he checked the whole block, because he said I ain't going to put a sleeve in if it's no good. So he checked it and said it's a good one. So I don't know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I did knock all my brass soft plugs out. Huh. I imagine the acid that he has will eat them up, but I don't care if they're brass or not. But yep, He said that block, he said it was orange, it was green, it was blue, it was, he said there was like 4 layers of paint on this poor motor. And he said it's way too tight. So, alright, I'm going to get rid of garbage. Alrighty. Well, the other day when I picked up stuff that didn't have the rings, and I told them to order rings, guess what? Wrong rings. They gave me the normal Chevy rings instead of the 16th, 1/8 inch that I need. So, and they're probably kind of freaking out. Those piston rings are a little bit more than what I was counting on. And we're going to switch this out. I got my brand new gauge. Oh, jeepers. And I'm the one that put that on there, so. Wow, I must have been eating my Wheaties that day. Okay. One thing with your welding torches, welding tanks, your oxygen tanks, all your tanks, what you really should do when you shut down for the day is shut your valve, then open your line, or if you're doing your wire welder, turn the wire feed down so you ain't wasting wire, turn it down to 0, open the line, and let it bleed off. Then always remember to back this off, because if you don't back this off, that leather in there gets hard and it gets stuck. Like this is showing, I've got 35 pounds of pressure on there. The regulator in there went bad, and I let the full bottle pressure out into the line and blew the oxygen hose. So now if I had just got this tank, what I always do that to blow any gunk out of there. I didn't need to do that today, but and always use soapy water or something to test for leaks. This is a brand new gauge. Had visitors today. Lily and Mason and Mom and Dad was here. Unfortunately, we got a toy for Lily, and it's not working like the eBay person said it did. So I didn't lose much when that line blew that day, but that sure kicked a ever-living. And you also got to look, if you're going by PSI, you need to go by, you got to see which color gauges. Somebody I know was going through a lot of welding gas until I pointed out. I said, hey, watch the, there's 25, which is on the bar side, just under 2 bars. So, and as quiet as it is in here, I know I'm not leaking. Open this. Okay, so this is what I suggest you do. Shut that off and watch your gauges drop, and then spin it out till it gets loose. So that'll save you gauges. Otherwise, I've had to replace the one on the welder because I didn't do that. And now this torch here, so that's cost me a few $100s in gauges because they weren't shut off like they were supposed to be and then drained after. Come on. So I gotta get new hose because I need a blacksmith that makes the carts is out of stuff to make the carts. He was using donut tires from cars and but so now I've got a cutting torch again. And that wasn't one of those things you don't know how much you use it until you don't have it again. So I gotta get a cart built for this. But so that's on there. And this one, you used to be able to send them off, get them rebuilt, but it's a Radnor. And for what it costs to have them rebuilt, you just won't better off buying a new one. So something went wrong in here and behind here. Let that full pressure to the line about scared the bejeebers out of me. So I guess I can't pull pistons and fit the rings because I don't have the right rings. Other motor, I got to go through and I got to decide which rods I want to put on that one yet. And the block we just brought home from today, I'm not lifting it. No, I'm not going to lift that thing. That, when I was at the machine shop and went to lift it with him, I was like, oh boy. So, yep. And I guess the other thing I want to kind of touch on here. Let's see. You guys. This chair's cold. This is a set of pistons I got off of eBay. They're 30 overs. And I found out later that with a what I call a smog head, the 76cc chamber, with this piston style here, that will be an 8-to-1 motor. That's what I'm thinking about, putting the Vortec heads on this, and I could almost make it a Vortec motor with these pistons. And if I did do the 76Cs, I'm almost to the point where I could put a blower, because yeah, I think it's a blower motor. You got to decompression it to make up for the difference, and I mean I could have all sorts of fun with it, but I got a set of smog heads that I'm planning on putting on there. Well, not smog heads, 305 Vortex or something. I need to bring the compression up in that motor. Get it with the Vortec head. It should bring it to like 9.5, give or take, which would be okay. Just looking at something here. This motor was in a bag this morning and it settled longer than what I wanted it to outside, but I just couldn't lift it today. The guy that put the sleeve in, he goes, I took metal out of it for it should be lighter. I'm like, hey. Yeah, I'm just sitting around. I was hoping some of the stuff would show up today because I'm waiting for the bearings to get here for the 283 and 327. The rings will be here for the 283. I'm just going to use the pistons that are in it because it didn't have that much time on it, and we're just going to put a little 283 together. Which I thought about putting those 305 Vortex heads on that and having a little fun motor. But yeah. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, another reason that he told me that I needed to deck this block, and once we get it, I'll talk more about it. But somebody, I can see the cuff marks. Now they really went hog wild with some kind of sander or something. So the deck surface has been repaired. I hate sitting around waiting for parts. But anyway, I guess hopefully YouTube's got their problem figured out so that I can see comments. Or I went to try and contact YouTube. Yeah, right. That's a pain in the half to even figure out how to contact them. But I did find a page where other people were complaining about it. Who knows? They could be comments that people retracted. Since they didn't get approved, they might have been removed. Who knows? I don't know. But or who knows? Because I went and checked the spam folder, held everything, and they're not there. Even though it shows I got comments, they're not there. I had some a partial set of pistons. I was going to order 3, 4, and after I finally figured out what the cost and what it would cost for the 3 of them, I'd be better off to buy the whole set. So I'm going to look for another set of those. So I don't know, this 350 here, I don't know, this 4-bolt main, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's 60, well, it's supposed to be 60 over, but the piston clearance is way, 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 way too tight. I don't have any 60 overs. I know I don't know. But it is one nice looking block, and I've gone from not having any extras to now I've got stuff to build. For the longest time we didn't have nothing, and now we're getting something. So we got all sorts of things going on. Anyhow, I guess yeah, I guess parts will be here tomorrow. So I don't know, maybe the small journal 327 will be next, or I'd like to dunk that in that rust remover and just get her all perfectly cleaned up. Get that 327. I guess this motor here, actually I gotta go through a set of rings here. The set of rings I got might be missing one. I thought I traded for some rings and that here a while back. Do you think I can find them? And I've been through well, we've totally revamped the shop. I mean, I've been through everything and they're not here, and I swore up and down I got them. Don't. Oh. They would have been wrong anyway. The last 350 I got going. So I need to get those 2 motors home. So yeah. If anybody wants a motor, come on. Let's do some wheeling dealing. We got plenty here to work with. So, and if the weather gets decent, I'm going to be doing some welding and cutting in the next couple days. So, anyway, I guess we got motors. We're getting there. I've just kind of had a bum day. I did not sleep worth a dang last night. 3 o'clock this morning I started tossing and turning. And I don't know how many times I looked at the clock. I lost count. I just could not get comfortable. And I mean, when I say tossing and turning, I was tossing hard. And with my sleep apnea machine, yeah. But so I've been kind of dragging a butt today. So I was kind of hoping to be able to pick up the Ford motor today, get that home and get that ready to go, but I don't have any more engine stands, so one of these has got to get completed, which that means I also got to get some storage stands built, which that one that's unfinished is around here. And I'm getting myself overwhelmed. I gotta go. See you later.